Antrim are the Joe McDonagh Cup champions for 2022 after a pretty incredible game against Kerry here at Croke Park. Finished up 5-22 for Antrim, 4-24 for Kerry, and Podge Boyle with a goal in the last second of the game for Kerry brought it back to just a single point, but referee Sean Stack called for the ball at that stage and it was game over. Antrim had that 4-point buffer and it looked like they were going to see it out. Kerry sent a few balls up into the box towards the end of the game. They were being repelled. Antrim had extra men back, but my God, did a team ever make hard work out of a final here. Antrim were cruising in the first half. They had goals on the board early doors through Kieran Clark, I should say, and another one through Shan McNeil, or Shan Elliott, another goal from James McNaughton. They were on fire. They were up by 12 points early on in the game during the first half, and it just wondered how much would they win by in the second half because they had the wind with them also. But to be fair to Kerry, who they scored a penalty through Podge Boyle in the first half. That made it 2-11 to 1-5 on 26 minutes. Maybe a small bit generous, but a penalty nonetheless. Podge Boyle buried it into the top corner. And at that stage you thought, well, if a couple more of these goal chances had to go in, maybe they could be even closer. Because after a nice crossfield sideline from Eric Lean, Owen Ross, the full back for Kerry, Podge Boyle is in on goal, turned past Gerard Walsh and just arrowed the ball wide. A few minutes later, Shane Conway was soloing into the penalty area. He had a pound of flesh taken out of him, was then hooked as he was going for a goal. But if he had to actually just be able to get away, which, being fouled, obviously he couldn't, there was another goal opportunity there. And then Shan Elliott scored just before half-time. It was the pace of these, scored a goal, and it was the pace of these Antrim forwards. They were all getting in on the act, and we were just thinking ultimately that's going to lead to a pretty comfortable victory here. But no, even after Conal Cunning got in on the goal scoring act after 41 minutes, which made it 4-16 to 1-14, you thought Kerry are gone and they're going to get hammered. But no, they kept coming back again. Shane Conway had a goal chance saved. Jordan Conway came off the bench. He hit 2-2. Won a few frees. He's not long back from being out for a while with an injury. He had a brilliant performance. And then a penalty for Kieran Clark that he slammed home. A second brilliant penalty of the day. That was on 59 minutes. And Paddy O'Connor, the number 12 for Kerry, who'd been sweeping back throughout the game, he ended up getting black carded. And between then and when he came back on, Kerry actually outscored Antrim. So being down to 14 men didn't unduly bother them. But it obviously, the goal that Clark put in made it 5-18 to 3-19. That buffered buffered the advantage for Antrim a little bit, and they were able to see the game out. But you kept thinking, Kerry are gone. They kept coming back. Michael Lean with a score, Podge Boyle with another one, Paddy O'Connor knocked one over, but James McNaughton was scoring, Conal Cunning was scoring, Owen O'Neill got a beauty from the sideline when he came on, and it turned out to be the winning score. That was in the 75th minute, and Niall Mulcahy tried to force a goal chance for Kerry from the 21. He soloed through, but it was a tame enough shot that Ryan Elliott, who'd had a brilliant save earlier in the second half from Shane Conway, he managed to knock that away. The ball was cleared. Antrim hit a wide, but straight up the other end, Podge Boyle catches a high ball, turns, slams it home from 25 yards. As you think, one more puck out here, if Kerry win it, they're in with a chance, but unfortunately not for them as the final whistle was called by Sean Stack, the referee, and Antrim go back up for the 2023 championship. They'll be in the Leinster Championship. There was all the talk about whether Tipperary would have to face Kerry. That now won't happen, but both teams will go into the All-Ireland preliminary quarter-finals. Full-time score here at Croke Park, Antrim 5-22, Kerry 4-20.